Alright. So in the last sessions we discussed about the Thevenin's theorem. Thevenin's theorem, and according to Thevenin's theorem, we can replace this two-terminal linear circuit by a single voltage source in series with a single resistor whose values are Thevenin's voltage VTH and Thevenin's resistance RTH. So now you can say that this network can be replaced in this way. And also we seen that from other theorem, which is Norton's theorem. So from Norton's theorem, we learned that the same two-terminal linear circuit can also be replaced by a single current source in parallel with a single resistance. So as like this, A comma B terminals, and the single resistance is Norton's resistance and this current is Norton's current. And if we see the pattern of these two, try to observe, it look like a voltage source in series with resistor can be imagined as a practical voltage source, whereas a current source in parallel with a resistor look like practical current source. That means Thevenin's proposed the equivalent circuit in the form of voltage source, whereas Norton's proposed the equivalent circuit in the form of current source. Clear? So try to get revised these definitions. What is VTH, what is RTH, and also what is Norton's current and what is Norton's resistance. And just finally, let me give you some kind of comparison for these two, that we seen the voltage source to current source conversion and current source to voltage source conversion. And let me take this voltage source value here. Now if these are available, can I convert this corresponding thing into a current source? If so, how can I convert and how much is the corresponding values? So voltage source can be converted into a current source as like this, where the current source value is equal to, when I short these terminals, how much current does it pass through that short circuit is what this current source value. So that means just simply I am connecting one wire over here. I am checking how much is the current through this wire. How much will be the current? This is what the short circuit current. Thereby we can call this itself as a Norton's current, IN. How much is that? That IN is equal to VTH divided by RTH. Similarly, this same resistor will be kept in parallel with this current source value, which is equal to RTH. So now this can also be called as a Norton's resistance. Now see that you can have the relationship between the Thevenin's equivalent and the Norton's equivalent. So let me put up all the relationships over here. The short circuit current is equal to Norton's current, which is equal to Thevenin's voltage divided by Thevenin's resistance. But Thevenin's voltage can also be called as open circuit voltage at the load terminals, so which we can write as VOC by RTH. And at last, we can make use of these relationship to get the RTH as VOC open circuit voltage by the short circuit current. So you can see from this relationship, if I will take up these quantities, first and last quantity, you can write the Thevenin's resistance is equal to simply open circuit voltage by short circuit current. Even if you don't know what are the other things, just you try to check up what will be the open circuit voltage, what will be the short circuit current. Based on that you can find the Thevenin's resistance. That is one thing. Other thing is that Thevenin's resistance is equal to Norton's resistance. So you should observe this phenomena also. So now let me take one problem for this. So just let me consider some kind of network as like this. Ten volts, 2 ohms, 5 ohms, and 7 ohms, and 8 ohms. This is 2 amperes. 2 ampere. Now what I need is that the terminals AB. So this I can assume as a load resistor. RL is equal to 5 ohms. How much will be the current through this load IL by using Thevenin's theorem and Norton's theorem both. Thevenin's and Norton's both. So the question is that find IL by using Thevenin's and verify the result by Norton's theorem. Okay, so let us try this problem. So what we will do, just quickly let us recap our Thevenin's and Norton's concepts. Then let me take this diagram once again here, and now I am proceeding with the Thevenin's theorem. So first, so in Thevenin's theorem what we will do, we would like to find Thevenin's voltage. What is Thevenin's voltage? It is the open circuit voltage at where? At load terminals. So first you need to identify what are the load terminals. Wherever you need the current, those can be treated as a load terminals. Here for me the load terminals are A comma B. If it is not given, you can assume. If terminal numbering naming was not given, you can assume some A comma B as like this. So now the first step is that it should be open circuited. That means load should be removed. So in this step I try to remove this load. Now see that once load is removed, only 2 wires are there and no question of that here. Now the point is not the IL as of now in this step. So the point is the voltage between AB terminals. Which is equal to Thevenin's voltage. How much is the voltage between AB terminals? Can we find? So we can find in many ways. So you can see here that if voltage across this 2 ohms is some V1, then let me start at A and reach to the B through this path. And in this traveling path, whatever voltages we come across, let us add up all the things. VTH is equal to minus V1 plus 10. So here our next objective is how to get the V1 value. Can you tell me how much is V1 directly? How much is V1? See the circuit, carefully observe. This got opened, that means this entire 2 amperes is passing through which branch? Through this voltage source, upward, then resistor in upward direction. Then what will be the current through this 2 ohms? 2 amperes. Once we know current through the resistor, can we find the voltage? easily we can find. So which is equal to 2 into 2 is equal to 4 plus 10, which is equal to 6 volts. So VTH I found as 6 volts. This is the step 1. What is the next step? Thevenin's resistance RTH. How to find the RTH? How to find the RTH? So for which let me take the given original circuit again, and for which let me remove the load. Then at the removed load terminals, let us find the resistance between AB terminals. So resistance between AB terminals. So you can just make these kind of changes if you need a better understanding. So just as like this, can I make the same circuit in this way? So both are equivalently same. So instead of putting this A and B inside, I can extend those terminals to outside also like this. These are what? A and B. Now how much is the resistance between RAB? When all sources in the network are made 0. Then how can I make the network sources to be 0? If there are any current sources, what we need to do? We should speak. Voltage sources are replaced by short circuit. Current sources are replaced by open circuit. So now I replaced voltage sources and current sources by their respective equivalent of 0 values. Now tell me how much is the resistance between AB? Is directly you can write RTH is equal to 2 ohms. Why? This particular branch, see this 8 ohms branch, one terminal is not connected to our AB. It is hanging in the air, which can be treated as redundant branch. This entire thing can be treated as a redundant branch. So there is no use of it. Why? Because one terminal is not directly connected to our required part of the network. So RTH is equal to RAB is equal to 2 ohms. Once we get this, what we need to do? Tell me, according to Thevenin's theorem, tell me, what is the Thevenin's equivalent? VTH in series with RTH. Now these are the terminals of A and B. RTH is 2 ohms, VTH is 6 volts. Now, so what we have to do? We have to connect our load. What is the load resistance? RL is equal to 5 ohms. So I am connecting that load resistance here. This is what the RL is equal to 5 ohms, which we removed initially. Now what we need is current through this load resistance. How much is the current now? Can you tell me? IL is equal to 6 by 2 plus 5, which is equal to 6 by 7 amperes. If you need the power in the load, you can also find that as IL square into RL, which is equal to 6 by 7 whole square into 5. Like this you can proceed. Now I want to verify this by using Norton's theorem. So let us see. So according to Norton's theorem, what can we do? Norton's theorem. So same problem I would like to proceed through the Norton's theorem. So for which let me take the original circuit again. So this one, and now recap what is Norton's theorem and what is Norton's theorem. What we need to do? Tell me. So in Norton's theorem, the major portion is finding the Norton's current. How we will find? What is Norton's current? Norton's current is equal to short circuit current at load terminals. At load terminals. We should recap these definitions till you will get aware of these statements like Norton's current, Thevenin's voltage. Clear? At A comma B. Now what shall I do? I should remove the load first. Then I will connect one short circuit over here. Now as of now, let me remove these load current etc. Later I will add up. So now current flowing through this wire is what the short circuit current, which is equal to Norton's current. This we need to determine. Now can you tell me how much is current through this wire? How much is current through this wire? Tell me. This is very interesting. So tell me how much is current through this wire? See, A and B got shorted. A and B got shorted. So now just I want to highlight this section. See here, very interesting things. These kind of problems you have to work a lot. Why? Because this only makes you confused many times. Now can I make this portion of the diagram, just observe this portion of the diagram. Now can I assume here that in this way I have 2 ohms and 10 volts which are shorted in this way. This is 10 volts, this is 2 ohms. Now can I make the same circuit little bit in this way? So as like this, sorry. So as like this, so 10 volts will be there as it is. Just I am bending this 2 ohms in this direction. So these all circuits, these portions are all same. This is 2 ohms, this is 10 ohms. Now how much will be the current through this 2 ohms? As because this is a source, this is a passive element, definitely current will enter at the source negative terminal, come out of this and it will try to flow in this way. So let us say this is some I1. How much is I1? So 10 by 2 which is equal to 5 amperes. So that means can I make this entire circuit analysis beside, and with this knowledge I can make this current to be as I1. See in this way how much current I got? I1
5 amps.
5 amperes. Now with that knowledge can I apply the Kirchhoff's current law at node B here where I am putting the big dot? So KCL at, let me call this is some N1, some node at N1. So one side is 2 amperes, so minus 2. One more side is some ISC or Norton's current, so which is also entering, so minus IN. One more current is leaving, which is I1 is equal to 0. So this is minus 2 minus IN plus 5 is equal to 0. So how much is our Norton's current? IN is equal
3
to 5 minus 2 is equal to 3 amperes.
amps.
3 amperes. Is this clear? So now once you get the Norton's current, we already found the Thevenin's resistance, right? I am not repeating that step. If somebody want, you can find what is the Norton's resistance. So where Norton's resistance is equal to Thevenin's resistance, which I already done. So I will be taking, how much is that? So 2 ohms. 2 ohms. Now, according to Norton's theorem, we can replace that given circuit with a single current source in parallel with a single resistor as like this: Rn and In. In is equal to 3 amperes, Rn is equal to 2 ohms. Now, let me connect back to these terminals AB by a load. How much is the load resistance? 5 ohms. RL is equal to 5 ohms. Now what do we need? Current through this load. Now can you tell me how much is current through this load by using current division rule? IL is equal to total current, that is 3 amperes, into, for this branch, opposite branch is 2. So 3 into 2 divided by 2 plus 5. So 6 by 7. So did you got same current? Cross verify. How much current I got? 6 by 7. Here also I got same 6 by 7. See? So whether it is Norton's theorem or Thevenin's theorem. So you will get same amount of the current.